he did it because we do.
Yeah.
Right. I used to think that we suffered because he suffered. No. He suffered because we suffer, right? That's why he takes that upon. That's why he must, because we did it as well. And there's something uniquely different and beautiful in that. That if I feel I suffer because he did, it's like that's kind of,
messed up.
Yeah. But if he suffered because he knew that you were going to be in Ireland and you were that changes it, doesn't it?
Oh, interesting. Yeah.
It changes it.
Yeah, and then what's your thoughts on the night before? I think
you mean the night before in the Agony garden?
Yeah, because it gives me hope times that I'm not good at offering it up, or I'm like, I don't want this. And when I talk to people who are suffering so greatly, they're like, I don't want this. I'm like, Jesus didn't either. Like he said, if this cup could pass me, let it.
Yeah.
Like
I rejoice. I'm not being facetious. I rejoice the fact that the night before Jesus died, he said, Father, if there could be any other way.
Yeah.
And he, not only once, but multiple times.
Yeah.
If there could be any other way. Who of us hasn't said that? Who of us hasn't cried it out? And to hear his Father say, there isn't.
The way.
There isn't. There just isn't. And that's where, again, the Father does that because he knew that we had to do that. And he knew that suffering is a part of the human condition, right? And Jesus, if he's going to take the human condition, he had to embrace that.
Yeah.
But then, to your point you made earlier, is that continues. Every time I choose something other than him.
Yeah.
He just continues to be present in that, and Again, do we want a God? This has been a theological quandary for centuries. Is do we want a God who can suffer? The Greeks didn't. They didn't. But
we'd all be damned if he didn't.
Yeah.
Because he loved us so much.
Yeah.
And I think about even I feel like mental illness has become such a large thing. And I met multiple people, so many people that are like, you don't understand, my anxiety is so great, or I can't interact with other people. And thinking about Christ, literally his body was so stressed, blood.
Mm-hmm.
I'm like, I've been stressed before. I've never made it to that level of anxiety or stress where blood is legit pouring out of your body.
Yeah, nor have I.
Yeah.
Nor have I. But have you been to the Holy Land? You've been to the Holy Land.
No, I want to go.
Okay. Yeah, it's one of my favorite places to pray is at the Garden of Gethsemane, and because there's so many things. It's in the Kidron Valley. There's just something about that. First off, to be there, to be around the palm trees around you and all that. The olive trees. But you look across the Kidron Valley, and that's where the soldiers were coming. And it would have been at night. Jesus would have seen them coming. And I was struck by that at any moment he could have said, enough,
no, I'm done.
Enough. But he doesn't. And that goes to what you said, that the continually embracing this. And some days we do it better than others.
Yeah.
But the day that we're able to find the Lord's presence, and I said this earlier, is that it changes everything. That when, the birth of a baby, a wedding, a sunset, it's easy to find Jesus in that.
Mm-hmm.
But in infertility or dementia or autoimmune and multiple sclerosis and all those, I think one of the greatest lies and deceptions of the evil one is this desire for us to think that life is supposed to be easy.
Yeah.
M. Scott Peck, have you ever read Road Less Traveled?
No.
It would have been written when you were a kid.
We're still in the same boat. We're still in the same boat.
The first 3 lines of the book are life is difficult. And he spends the road less traveled, the rest of the book just really unpacking that. But the evil one wants to deceive us and cause us to think that it's not supposed to be hard. Because if we believe that, then whenever anything difficult comes, we says, well, it's not supposed to be like this.
Yeah.
And then we try to resist that. We try to run away from that. We try to fight that. We try to change that. Where nowhere in the Gospels does it say, it's in fact quite the opposite. If you want to follow me, deny yourself, pick up your cross and follow me.